about to leave. Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking.
Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to go over the raw data from my vacation. Everything that we spent, everywhere that we went, everything that we did. Yeah, that is kind of what I did here. So I have laid out, this is what I used to track my spending while I was on vacation. I have an Erin Condren, I'll flip it to the front here, hold on, here, a life planner. And this is the A5 size. It's a horizontal layout and I plan everything in it. And so my vacation week went over 2 days. So it was the Friday after Halloween. So this is my Halloween kit, and I had all my stuff laid out and scheduled for October going into November. We drove to Tennessee from where I live. It's about a 3-hour drive to Pigeon Forge. First night, I'm just going to go through and talk to you about what we did and what you're going to see on the spending. But every day I sat down and put in my planner little things that we did that reflect the spending and just happy memories. So I won't be showing you pictures of vacation or anything like that, but I will talk about my planner and what I'm doing and the specifics of the spending. I don't think it's going to be a very long video, so I hope you enjoy it. But let's go ahead and dive in. And if you do enjoy it, please like and subscribe and comment and all the good things. So we drove to Tennessee for vacation. Our first night there, me and my husband alone went to Margaritaville to have dinner, and I made a note here that a couple of bills came out of the checking account. I was trying to make sure I kept budgeting fluid as I was going through vacation. Luckily, we weren't so busy or exhausted that I didn't feel like doing it. We definitely were relaxed during this vacation and really had a really good time. We would pick one activity to do the day, and then the evening we just kind of relaxed and kind of did our own thing. We took our adult sons with us as well. We have 2 adult sons, and 19 and 20, almost 25, and they had a great time and we just loved it. So that was the first night. We got there about 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening, and then because our hotel we couldn't get in until like 4, and then my husband and I went out to dinner and we ordered a pizza for our sons and they were good. The next day and next morning we went to the Titanic Museum. Highly recommend. It was really cool. I will show you this. It's just because it happens to be in here. We got these things here, one for each of us. I was the only female, so I got Janie Dropkin. She was a Titanic Jewish young woman, and they talked about how they had a kosher chef on board and kitchen for the Jewish population that was on the Titanic, and it was just really neat. They actually had a lot of the artifacts there. It was so cool. And then the rest of my family, Walter Douglas, age 50, first class passenger. I was a third class passenger. They hand these to you as you go in. So you are this person when you go in. And I just thought that was the neatest thing. Little history, what they were doing. Patrick Dooley, age 37, third class. And Master Walter Van Billiard, age 9. Third class passenger. So that was really cool. Out of all 4 of us, I'm the only one that survived. So women and children first. So that I'm glad that was still true for the Titanic and even for the third class tier people. So that was kind of neat. So we went to the Titanic Museum. Had amazing. We love history. We love nature. We love all these things, and we just really enjoyed seeing all the artifacts, learning all the personal stories, and they had an amazing, huge Lego build there, and the young man that built it was autistic, and it was a great story, and my sons are autistic, so it was very inspiring. We did do a photo while we were there. I did go to the store while I was there. We had Jersey Mike's for lunch and Chick-fil-A for dinner. We were still figuring out what everybody wanted, and we didn't want too many things that were heavy food-wise all the time and rich. So that was Saturday. Sunday, our tithing came out, went to shopping in the island, and we spent all day at the island looking at all the stores and knickknacks. Timber Island was the restaurant that we had an early dinner at, and that was a really good restaurant. I would recommend that. What else did we do? Then we went to Gatlinburg and Ripley's Aquarium. So I had to buy tickets for the Ripley's Aquarium. I had to buy tickets for the Titanic and pay for the photo. Bought snacks at the aquarium, a photo and shirts, and then we got gas that day. We ordered Papa John's again, and then my husband and I went to Huck Finn's recommend restaurant. I like that. It's, kind of hole in the wall place, but it's really, really good. And the mortgage cleared on this day. It took a little while for them to clear. And then Thursday, my husband and I went to the Bible Museum. We bought tickets for that. And then went to downtown Flavortown, which is Guy Fieri's restaurant. I did not recommend that. Do not recommend that. No. It wasn't as good as I hoped. We bought... Oh, this was a fun day. It was just me and my husband. And he went taste testing at all these places. So Savannah B had mead there, and he bought mead while we were there. But he was taste testing, I think it was maybe 6 different types of mead. And mead is like a honey alcohol kind of thing. I don't know. But that's what they call it. And I think it's like Viking tradition and things like that. And then we went to Junction 35 where they have the whiskeys and the rum and other things. And my husband did a taste testing there. And I don't drink, but he does. And he is a connoisseur of all these things. So we brought so much back. We brought so much back. In fact, on this day, I didn't write it down, but we went to, Smokies Distillery or something like that. So we went to a few distilleries, bought crumble cookie and Jersey Mike's again, just for sandwiches, and then we drove home. We happened to get a tax refund, which was crazy, from our previous state, from our last taxes. Total vacation, I put how much it was here. If you watched my weekly check-in, you would have noticed $4,427.42. This includes both of our hotel rooms. I did that. So now I'm getting into my daily stuff. So that was all vacation. So let's go ahead and go back to the back here and look at this. So as you can see, I've highlighted everything, and it's the same system I use in my weekly check-ins as far as the stickers for the color coding. Gas is always orange, blue is restaurants, the mint green is miscellaneous, pink is for grocery household, and I have this other color, darker blue, that is our bills. That go on here. So that is what that is about. I do have a list. I need to pull it real quick. That I wrote down. I pulled out of one of my notebooks. This was the last vacation we planned for the year. And Pigeon Forge, 2 rooms, 2 adults. One of the rooms was a jacuzzi room. That was what mine and my husband's room, so it cost a little more. But we were kind of celebrating our birthday because we didn't get to as much in October like we wanted to. So we got ourselves a jacuzzi room, got to soak in a hot, jacuzzi, and it was so nice, and enjoyed that. So it was $1455.90 for our room, and then our son's 2 queen size beds, and this is for 5 nights, November 3rd through the 8th. $1,367.22. Totaling $2,800 and it was a little bit cheaper. It was $1.97 cheaper, so $2,821.15. So that is what we paid for our room. Now down here at the bottom, I did break up the food. So we went to Publix. I counted the snacks at the Titanic. And we went to Food City that was there, the grocery stores that were there in Pigeon Forge, and got a few items that we needed. So grocery household was $68.98. The food cost, so like Margaritaville, my husband we each got a meal. I think my husband got 2 beers and We also got one key lime pie slice, and oh my gosh, that was so good. The food was okay. It was like any other restaurant, but it was with a 20% tip. It was $91.77 Margaritaville. So restaurants there are very expensive. So when you're out and about, try to look up menus on what restaurants you want to go to and see if you can see the prices of everything, and check those out before you go. That way you could plan for your family. That would be a great idea. Let's see. So that was the first one. Then Chick-fil-A, that's $25. I think that was only two of us getting Chick-fil-A, or just enough for a snack for everybody. Not a whole lot. Where else? Timber Island. So we did spend, for a family of 4, we spent $100.50, and that included a 20% tip. We always tip 20% no matter what sit-down restaurant we're at. And so that gives you an idea of 4 adult meals at a restaurant there. And then Papa John's pizza twice was $34.82 there and there. It was just easier to have pizza delivered, and my kids were happy, or my sons were happy about that. Huck Finn's was cheaper. That was $58.58, but it was me and my husband. So, $91.77, $58.58. Which would you rather spend? I actually liked Huck Finn's a lot better than Margaritaville, but I would go back and just get the dessert. That would be kind of awesome. I don't know if they sell it like as a whole key lime pie. I would have loved doing that, but I didn't. But it was so good. Let's see. Like I said before, downtown Flavortown, that was still with a 20% tip. And I don't think I finished half of what I was eating, and it was $56.41. So the prices weren't overly heavy, but the taste of the food for me wasn't as good as I had hoped. My chicken that I got with my Caesar salad was a little too smoky, and then my husband got a barbecue sandwich, a pulled pork sandwich, and that didn't have any smoky flavor hardly at all. So it was kind of weird that it was backwards like that. And then Jersey Mike's, that I had to DoorDash, so $10 of that was a tip. And that was for everybody to have sandwiches and chips and stuff. So that was the food, $566.25 total for Tennessee, or for Pigeon Forge. And then gas, we did spend $97.58. So we filled up before we left. I didn't have a full tank of gas, so we filled up before we left. And then we filled up once while we were there. And it takes about a half a tank for us to get there. So that was filling up not right before we left. In fact, the day we left, we didn't even get gas because we weren't driving very far while we were there. We were going to do Cades Cove, but did not do Cades Cove. So ticket prices. Miscellaneous, or gas prices, I already told you, $97.58, but ticket prices and miscellaneous stuff, t-shirts, just random stuff that we bought, photos and stuff like that, that went under miscellaneous. We spent $873.46. So what is that? That was the $146 Titanic Museum. A lot of these had 10% discounts for military, and my husband's retired military, and me and our sons have dependent IDs still. So some of these tickets have military discounts, and that might be a different price for you guys if you go and get tickets at these places. But 146 Titanic Museum, $25.99 Magic Memories. That was basically what they did is they gave you a QR code after they took your photo in front of a background, and then the background would have your picture with whatever the scene was. And so it was all digitally imposed behind you, and all you had to do was scan the QR code and go to the website and get the picture. And that was a digital one for the Titanic. Now the aquarium was totally different. So the next thing, this is our shopping day. So my son went to SP Kryptonite. Basically, it was a t-shirt shop, had Funko Pops, it had a lot of anime and cartoon and movie and TV show memorabilia and stuff. So if you're into a lot of that, things you can get autographed, stuff like that. He bought a couple shirts, I think, $65.82. And then the Island Trading Post, $136. I think we bought, five shirts, two for my son, a couple for me, and one for my husband or something like that. And the total of all of them, and they were really good quality shirts. And so we got some really good shirts at this Timber Island Trading Post thing. And it was a huge store. We had a lot of fun walking around in there. Old Smoky, that's when we were in Gatlinburg. And that's when my husband got all his, I think he got 6 jars of Old Smoky, I think it's moonshine. Like I said, I don't drink, so I don't know what it is. But 1 or 2 of them are for his father, and then the rest are for him. So, and I don't know when we'll be back, probably next year, so that should last him for a while, I hope. And Ripley's Aquarium, 2 of the tickets were military discount, 2 of them were not. $151.95 is what we paid for the tickets to get in. We spent $25.23 for the photo, and they actually print them there. You get a QR code when you take the photo, and you scan it, and then they print it there at the aquarium. And then at the gift shop, I got my son I got a couple t-shirts for my son as well that I thought he would like, and he's wearing one today, so I was happy that he liked it. $31.82. And we did have to pay for parking in Gatlinburg because we weren't staying there. And so right now in November, it's $10 at the parking garage next to the aquarium. So I know last time we went to Gatlinburg, the parking garage was $20, but I think it was in middle August, which is the height of the season. And so yeah, that was that. What else have we got here? The Bible Museum. If you're ever interested in knowing how printed Bibles came about, and the rarest Bibles, and even they even had a Torah that was rolled in the scrolls that was over 100 years old or something like that, on skins and stuff. It's like the history of between the Torah and the Bible, and all the printing processes and all the things and how they were, written down and stuff. It was so much fun. It's in Pigeon Forge. I really enjoyed it. Tennessee Bible Museum is what it's called. If you're into that was only $33.57 for 2 people, so it's like $15 a person. I highly recommend that. Let's see. I did put the Savannah bee tasting. This is $17.56 for the mead tasting for the alcohol that my husband did, and they didn't give little tiny amounts. They gave a good amount that you can swirl in like a wine tasting. Except for this was just mead, and that was worth the price because he probably did have $17 worth there. And then he bought and stocked up on a couple items. I bought this, oh gosh, do I have it? I got this lotion here. Well, not lotion. It says beeswax royal jelly. Ugh, I can't talk. But it's a hand cream, and it is amazing, and I love it. It was $18, but it was a gift to myself. So, and you don't need a whole lot, but it's really good. This is honey almond, and it's great for hydrating, and my skin's been so dry lately, and really good stuff. So if you're over there, go check it out. We really enjoyed that little shop. And then next door was Junction 35, and that's when he bought, I think, some rum and did a tasting there. But the tasting there was for free because they used the very little cups. So he got very little to taste with everything. But he didn't buy any of what they were testing testing. He did want the rum though, so he got some rum. And that's it. And as you can see, we have our hotel prices there. Now this was the total on my credit card, not the total of what we spent, because I did bring the balance forward from the beginning balance. But this is how our vacation broke down, and this is how everything worked out and what was spent and how many days. So if you took away the hotel spending and just looked at what we spent, let's see, give me a calculator here, spent on food, gas, miscellaneous like tickets and activities and stuff, and anytime we went to the grocery store, let's total that number up, $566.25 plus $97.58 plus $873.46 and $68.98. That gives us $1,606.27. So what I can do with this information of all the vacations we took this year, whether they were short and we were visiting family, or whether they were a full-blown drive out of town, rent hotel rooms, and do activities, I can kind of gauge going into next year how much to plan and save throughout the year in order to have vacations again. Now, I don't think we'll have as many. Well, no, I take that back. We do plan to have a couple of vacation times, one in the early spring and one in the fall, but not the 4 that we did. So that is my vacation budget and what happened and how much we spent. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.
About to leave, already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking, we'll get away to a place where we don't know